Shut the fuck up!
Yo. What up, what up? My name is Tree City Wes. Welcome to another episode of Tree City Live, episode number 80. That's crazy. That's getting up there. We might have to do something special for number 100. Hope everybody had a good Thursday. Who's ready for Friday? Shout out to the 10 people in the YouTube stream. Thank you guys for being here. If you could, come over to the Twitter. Give the live stream a retweet. Try to get some more hash heads in here. And as always, we got a lot to talk about today. Some unexpected news from Jack and his camp. We'll see what this is all about. It's time to speculate.
All right. Let's fucking hash.
Getting busy in the chat. What's up, Rolando? Welcome, Tazenium. Hello, Janet. What's up, Shaka Vibes? Welcome, Morrow. But let's get into it. As always, like to start out looking at the crypto bubbles, see how the market's doing, and it's been all over the place. So this is the week. It looks nice on the week. A lot of these coins are still up 50 to 150%. But if we look at the day, it's been hot the last couple days, so we're due for a pullback here. We do have a couple green coins. AVAX moving up 5%, Render up 6.6%, Caspa up 8%, Phantom up 6.5%. Pretty much everything else is down. We got Doge up 4%, but a lot of things are down. The bigger the pumps, the harder they fell. You see Matic down 8%. That was touching almost $1, I think. Yeah, got up to 94 cents. Currently sitting at 93 cents. We got EHEX down 8%. And things are just kind of cooling off after a big pump over the last week. What's up, Bankroll? Welcome. Still trying to finish the Zensu stream. Oh, I know. I love that, man. I love that it's like 3 hours long because you get multiple sessions out of it. And it's like you break it up into episodes almost. Let's go check out the Bitcoin chart. And yeah, you can see Bitcoin is getting super volatile right now as we're looking at the chart on the daily here. But we basically had 4 red candles in a row. Then we had one big green candle. We got all the way back up to 37,999. And then today we basically lost most of those gains. We're still over 36,000, which is good. That's another higher low. So that's exciting to see. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the 4 hour, see what it looks like here. And it's kind of funny. I drew this. I'm like, man, I hope we stay in this channel. And we fell out of it. Then we went above it. And then we went below it. So this whole thing's basically crap. This is all negated. Doesn't mean anything. But if you look back here, it is kind of keeping this uptrend. So if we just extend this out, and then we kind of have this new ascending channel here that we're looking at. This is on the 4 hour chart on the Bitcoin. See the stochastic RSI is coming down. The regular RSI looks like it found a bottom and it's making higher lows, which is kind of interesting. Kind of matching the price action on the 4 hour. What's up, Christopher Head? Welcome. So Bitcoin, I guess if you look at it like this, just came down to the bottom of the pattern and it's just bouncing back and forth. But these are some big swings. I mean, if you're trading, this was a hell of a short and then into a crazy unexpected long, and then it came right back to where it was. Like, you can't even call this a Bart Simpson. Maybe if you zoom out to like the 2 hour or something. What's the 1 hour look like? I mean, it's just going. This is being Bitcoin, being crazy. I like those lines triggered. Hey, sometimes you gotta pivot, you gotta adjust. And that's interesting that we're following this upward trend line going all the way back to October 23rd. So that's coming up on a month. That's crazy. Just steady trending up. Even though it feels like a bearish day, I mean, we're making higher lows, and that looks really good on the chart. I want to take a look at the totals. See how bad the damage is. So this is the total market cap. These are all the cryptocurrency market coins all in one basket. It's the total market cap of all the coins. And that's currently sitting at 1.35 trillion. Got as high as 1.4 trillion. But we're pretty far off to where we were. If we go back to last bull market, we actually touched 3 trillion. So this is a chart I like to come back to every so often. And look at that. I mean, we drew that. Is that the top of the fib? Yeah. So it wicked down to the golden pocket, and we were wondering if it would hold that level. Let's zoom in here and see if it did. Oh yeah, I mean, we're not even close to it. That's good. When we started pulling back, I was wondering if we would come back to this golden pocket, but we didn't even, not even close. That's good. That's good. That's bullish. Jack's gonna release Zen Bart Simpson NFT. Hey, what's up, Claudia? Welcome. So then we have the total two. This is all the crypto market big question. That's what we're here to speculate about. I can't say too much. Yeah, right. So let's see here. How's Zen looking? All right, there we go. Cool. So looking at the 4-hour chart, we drew these Fibonacci retracements. And my Fibonacci's, I only keep the golden pocket. So you can see we came down, we broke out of the downward wedge here. We came back, bounced off the golden pocket there, and Zen's making an upward move right now. That's kind of cool to see. Sitting at 6064. It's not dipping as hard as the altcoins. That's interesting. People are buying Zen. I wonder if any news came out today. Or do people want to be holding Zen right now? That's the big question. Definitely seeing a bit of buy pressure when you look over here. More buys than sells today on a coin with the that mints new tokens every day. It's good to see. 95 buyers to the 81 sellers. What's Gwei sitting at right now? 23. That's the cheapest I've seen it this early. I'm sure it gets pretty low in the middle of the night. But everything's pretty much red over here, just like the rest of the market. See OP Zen down 17%. Not quite a new low, but still pretty close to all-time low. It's 70555. Got Pulse Chain Zen still on our upward trend. That's good to see. Just kind of like Bitcoin. I mean, it's just kind of moving with the market. It pulled back. Hopefully the support holds. Let's zoom in here. I see that there's a wick below it. That's kind of scary. Hasn't closed below it, so that's good. Hopefully it just sits here. Kind of bounces off of it. That'd be nice to see on PZen. DBZen on ETH sitting at $1.02. And that's in that same pattern, that same now these can be bearish. I mean, if we ignore that little anomaly there, this kind of looks like a rising wedge. That would be crazy if something like that happened. But I'm still trying to grab some more of this. I'm trying to grab it under $1, but it hasn't been there the last few days. When it does, it kind of sucks. You know, when the lobby ends and people typically dump their DBZen, the price does drop to like 80, 90 cents. But the last few days around that time, Gwei's been in the hundreds. You know, today, again, it was, I look up and Gwei's like 80 and I'm, damn, holy shit. You like the music, sir? Hell yeah. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Globetrotter. When you reckon Jack's gonna announce XN related or Zen blocks? So I believe, let's go and head over to Twitter real quick. Let's get right into it. Why not? Not too much. Everything's pretty much red on the charts right now. Got Pulse Chain DBZen falling under 50 cents, but it's still in the pattern. Hasn't fell through. Titan X, kind of the only green. We got Titan X and Phantom DBZen, the only green today. And last night on stream, we drew this downward pattern, said we hope we break out of it, and it looks like we did. So shout out to Titan X. I wonder if these are the buy and burn wallet, or are people getting bullish? Maybe it found a bottom. But anyways, let's go speculate. Let's see what's up with this. So Jack posted this 7 hours ago, teaser, and it's this picture of some random dude with the OKX logo in the background. I actually did a Google Lens search, a reverse image search, see if I could find anything about this dude. Couldn't find anything. So teaser, we'll be launching something in a day or two on Ethereum. Free to mint, no fees, no extra gas costs. Having any Zen assets in your wallet amplifies the mint. So what does that mean? What does that mean? At first, I thought it might have been an NFT. Like, you know, you have a bunch of Zen and you end up with some kind of NFT. But then I was like, maybe a bridge token or something? Like, and if you already have Zen on ETH, then I don't know. I'm not sure. There will be a countdown and a name reveal with schedule of mint accounts based on Zen asset holdings. So with schedule of mint amounts based on Zen asset holdings. So based on the number of Zen, there's going to be a page where you can mint a certain amount based on Zen. So that might be why we're seeing the bullish action on Zen right now. If you hold Zen, you get this other asset. And I'm wondering if it's going to be like a snapshot or something. Will there be like a certain time? So there will be, yeah, a countdown. Duh.
Shut the fuck up!
It's funny. Is it the CEO of OKX? I was trying to, I did look up the founder of OKX and it definitely wasn't him. But I did not look up the CEO. Let's take a look. I don't think so, dude. I don't think that's the same guy. That doesn't look like the same dude to me. You just realized you weren't on the live? Hey, that's okay. You gotta catch up sometimes. Sometimes when I tune in late, I'll put it on 2x and just listen to it at double speed until I catch up. Maybe it's the 333. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Maybe they're maybe it's the 333's replacement. And maybe instead of burning, which is based on your Zen holdings, you're gonna get your airdrop of X1. Yeah, OKX guy, not CEO. That's what I said. I looked up the founder instead of CEO. It wasn't the founder either. Star Zoo. This is the founder. That's definitely not him. I thought it was an OKX guy too. Maybe it's like the director of marketing, or maybe it's just one of Jack's friends. Maybe this is AI generated and this person doesn't even exist. I was trying to do some research to figure out who this guy is. There's going to be a countdown with a name reveal, with scheduled mint amounts based on Zen asset holdings. It's a cap token with simple yet powerful tokenomics. So it's going to be a cap token, so that's good. And isn't X1 a cap token with simple yet powerful tokenomics? That's interesting. I don't know. I really can't imagine. I know some people, I've seen a lot of people concerned that it might be a knee-jerk reaction, like a gut, you know, a knee-jerk, like he's slighted by OKX naming their sidechain X1. So he's kind of like, what the hell? I got to release this token to get back at them. Hopefully it's not like nothing like that. I'm not even following OKX. That's funny. I'm sure it's relevant. He's not just going to release some garbage. Upper level for OKX. Who? That's what I'm saying. You can do a reverse image search. So like what I was doing. So you can come over here, go to Google Images, and you can paste an image in the search. Ah. Oh wait, you have to hit the camera first. So you paste it in there, and this is the only thing. It can usually find like related people or something, but the only place this picture exists, which is kind of interesting. This isn't a new tweet. This is from weeks ago, November 4th. If you know, you know. So what? What do we know? We don't know. If you know, you know. I don't know, Mr. Levin. Stop teasing, please. Salute. I want to know. What's in the background pic? I couldn't make it out. It's kind of like the OKX logo. So, yeah, that's the one. So it seems related to OKX. I don't know if it is. Can we zoom in on this guy's face? I knew you were gonna go. Yeah, I'm just doing my research, guys. That's funny. So I'm wondering if it has something to do. Maybe it's a token. Maybe it's a token you get from 333 auction. Maybe it is the 333 auction and you burn your Zen and you get a token. But he says it has a fixed supply. So it may be a separate project altogether. There's a lot of rumors it was Nex. So I don't know if you're familiar with Nex. I think we can see that on the Zen.pub thing. Chat GPT, that's already out though. If you come over to Zen GPT, zengpt.ai, you have to hold 1 million Zen. That would be interesting if it's a token for this instead though. Ooh, maybe it is. Maybe that's what's happening. Sir Ankh Uja Seneb. I'm not sure how to say that. Hopefully I said that correctly. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's releasing a and that would make sense. If you're holding Zen, you get the token so you can use it, but it ends up being its own project. That would be interesting. But yeah, Globetrotter, XN is a fixed supply. That's kind of why it has me thinking it is XN. Oh shit, I just realized I had a mint that was due yesterday. I didn't claim it. I'll do it after the show. Hell yeah, I said it right. Sir Ankh. Based off Zen assets, so it's not liquid Zen. Yeah, for sure. He was talking in the Telegram as well. Let me go pull this up real quick. So what you can do is you can actually search. So here I'm searching for all messages from Jack in the Zenblocks Telegram. And sometimes I'll just do this just to catch up just because I'm so behind. But it's real. So only Zen stuff we launched, but likely burn records from other projects are counted. So they're factoring in the burn record. So if you burn for DB Zen or Zen Doge or the Zen Nights, all the burn records, any project or any time that burn function's called, you're gonna get some kind of allocation or discount or percentage or multiplier. So that's kind of cool. And that does sound a lot like XN, doesn't it? Ancient Egyptian, that's cool. That's what I was wondering, if it must be liquid or in the projects themselves as well. Yeah, if you burn for Phoenix, then that counts for the burn record as well. So that'll have some sort of... That's interesting. ETH assets only, so that's another part of it. So VMPX, Zen, ZenFTs. ZenFTs of multiple flavors. It'll give Apexes some more utility. So what else? No extra. Everyone wants to be us. It's not every day multi-billion-dollar companies are so threatened they copy you. That's true that, Jack. I don't know if any company's ever copied me. Maybe. Oh, I burned a fuckload. I knew Jack was gonna dilute the whales and then mint and dump. Hey. So that's cool. I mean, that gives more utility to everything you've burned and all those NFTs we've minted. So that's pretty tight. What if it is Nex? I don't know if you guys remember Nex. If we come over to the ecosystem map on Miro, this is Joseph. Shout out to Joseph, Zen.pub. Definitely go check out Zen.pub forum. That's fun over there. But he has this cool ecosystem map for Zen. And early on, there was a project called Nex. And it was basically DBZen. It's a distribution model where you get incentivized for burning Zen, distribution of token, reflection of yield, behavior to maximize Nex, burn as much Zen as fast as possible, stake Nex for a long time. So you basically burn Zen and you get Nex and you stake it. It's close to the idea of DBZen. But there's this big reg X on it because they said they're not going to do it. Because DBZen did it. No one's touching DBZen. I mean, shout out to DBZen. You guys know I participate in that, so it's probably not that, but you never know. We got 28 watchers. Shout out to you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share.
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up, Cleo!
Shout out to Roman Cleo. Hell yeah.
All right. Let's fucking hash.
So, yeah, what is it going to be? What do you guys think it's going to be? It could be the token factory as well. Like, what if it's, to use the token factory, you have to own this token, and this token, you only get it from burning Zen, and, you know, it could be anything. So, like, then the token factory, you have to spend the token in the token factory to create the contract, and anybody that has Zen already has that token. It could be something like that. I have no fucking clue. I want to know. It's like Christmas. So Jack also mentioned that he's holding a Twitter space, and I imagine this is either going to be the announcement of what it is, or an announcement announcing when he's going to announce it. an announcement of an announcement. But of course, it's at tomorrow at 1 a.m., which is in a couple hours. So it's in the middle of the night for me. I might actually wake up and listen to this. Try to listen to it. I do have to go to work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. But, hey, it's work from home Friday, so fuck it. Oh, I just realized I didn't update the Kick stream. Let me head over there real quick. If you guys, I'm also streaming over on Twitch TV, on Kick, on Twitter. So shout out to the watchers on the other platforms. If you guys want to come over to the chat, we're over on YouTube hanging out. Shout out to the 28 watchers on YouTube. Well, I guess I'm not getting any sleep tonight. I'm wondering, so I'm guessing Jack's in Hawaii, so it's Hawaiian time zone. So that'll be 1 a.m. Eastern time. I'm on Ohio time. But is that space just going to be the start of the countdown, or is this the countdown, and this is the space? Like right now is the countdown to the space. King Aurelius, Zen to the moon, welcome. Hell yeah, I hope so. So, I actually have some other stuff to talk about as well, but this has really been what's been on my mind most of the day. So let's talk about some other stuff briefly, and then we'll come back to the Zen speculation. But as you guys know, the last few weeks we've been doing the BTC ETF watch. So today we're going to continue the ETF watch. And I thought this was pretty interesting. Crypto influencer on Twitter named Crypto Rover, he posted this, and it was kind of put it in perspective for me. We're only 54 days away from the final spot Bitcoin ETF deadline. So within the next 54 days, they're either going to have to decline these ETFs, or they're going to be approved. every day that passes, that deadline gets closer. So that's pretty exciting to see. We'll see how that breaks out. What was it? So we got some first deadlines, but the final deadline is May 30th, but the first final deadline is January 10th, and that's the ARC. Shout out to Kathy. We talked about Kathy Woods last night. Oh man, every time I forget to change to the full cam. My bad, guys. I know it's hard to see on that one. Let's go and switch over to the full cam. You should be able to see a bit more. So we'll be watching that. I thought that was kind of interesting. 54 days away from the first final spot or the next final spot Bitcoin ETF. This was another interesting one I saw on X today on Twitter. The USA is one of the largest Bitcoin holders in the world, and this is kind of an interesting diagram. Has the largest Bitcoin holders by type of entity. So individuals, there's a bunch of unknowns. Obviously, there's Satoshi, who owns over 1.1 million Bitcoin. It's never moved, and it probably never will. Hopefully never will. Could you imagine what would happen if one of Satoshi's Bitcoin moved? Shit would dump so hard. But I don't know if it would be the end. But that's a lot of fucking Bitcoin. I got the Winklevoss twins with 70,000 Bitcoin. And then the biggest exchanges, there's Binance with 500,000 Bitcoin, Bitfinex with 200,000 Bitcoin, our friends OKX, 118,000 Bitcoin. So quite a lot of Bitcoin owned by exchanges, almost 1 million. That's crazy. And then there's governments. So the US Department of Justice, they got 100,000 Bitcoin from the Bitfinex hack, and then they got another 80,000 Bitcoin from unknown sources. How the fuck did they get 80,000 Bitcoin? So the US government has a lot of Bitcoin. And then the biggest companies, we got Grayscale with 643,000 Bitcoin, Block One with 140,000 Bitcoin, and MicroStrategy with 152,000 Bitcoin. People don't really talk about Grayscale as much as they do MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy buys Bitcoin as an investment and they keep it on their books, while Grayscale actually sells products to customers. So they sell ETFs and they have the Grayscale Bitcoin Fund, and they actually hold Bitcoin. They don't have to, but they do. They could back it up with cash, but they actually hold the Bitcoin, and they want to convert their ETF, their GBTC into a Bitcoin spot ETF where it's backed 1-to-1. And that's why they have the 643,000 Bitcoin, but it's really their investors' Bitcoin. They just keep it backed. Great show as usual, brother. Thanks. Thank you, Untroubled Mind. Def would FOMO into it if the Bitcoin was dumped. Yeah, for sure. That'd be nuts. So shout out to Warren Davidson. We're going to listen to him speak now. He's actually a senator from my state. Pro Bitcoin senator, and he's actually has one of the guys from Chainalysis in Congress, and they're basically talking about how many of the quote unquote Democrats are saying, and I'm not trying to make this political, but many of the anti-crypto, anti-Bitcoin politicians are saying that Bitcoin and crypto is being used to fund Hamas and terrorists, and it's completely untrue. They might use a little Bitcoin, but it's not being used to fund them. So that's basically what they're talking about here.
Nice statement, but is it objectively true, Mr. Levin?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. So when it comes to the Iranian economy does not run on the blockchain, and so that is not the preferred.
Iranian criminals or any other criminals, the U.S. dollar is the reserve currency for a reason. Cash is king when it comes to illicit finance, not cryptocurrency. Is that beyond dispute? I think Chainalysis put out a report that said it was like 0.12% of all the crypto transactions were illicit, and all crypto transactions combined are a tiny fraction of U.S. dollar transactions. So could it possibly be objectively true that the preferred currency for illicit activity is crypto?
Yeah, no, so I think, thank you for the question, Congressman. When it comes to the set of transactions, we said it was 0.24% of the transactions in cryptocurrency can be linked specifically to illicit activity. And yes, that's a very, very small subset of the overall transaction volume in the traditional financial system.
Yeah, and so I just think like it's so many fallacies like that, and we can't just accept them at face value. Another one, Ms. Jimenez, in your testimony, you used the presence of digital asset-related SARS, suspicious activity reports, as an indication of overwhelming amount of crime in the digital asset ecosystem. In my view, that kind of prejudges it as, guilty until proven innocent. I think the Biden family would want the innocent until proven guilty, given their number of SARs. But according to the Department of Treasury, and I quote, SARs are preliminary and unverified tip and lead information, quote. Given this important context, would it be fair to say that digital asset-related SARs are actually demonstrate U.S.-based exchanges are trying to comply with the BSA framework? It would be evidence that they're trying to comply, correct?
Yes. However, there's also enforcement actions against numerous U.S.-based VASs for failing to file SARs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, they're just talking about the hypocrisy of Gary Gensler, the SEC. They're talking about how those far left, the appointed ones over at the SEC and people like Elizabeth Warren and the anti-crypto, quote unquote, establishment. They're making these claims up, making these fallacies that, terrorists use crypto, and really that makes up 0.2% of all crypto transactions, such a minuscule amount that it's not fair for them to say that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Shout out to Warren Davidson, Senator from Ohio. Mic drop by Chainlink dude or whoever that crypto dude is. Shout out. Hell yeah. Cash is king. All right. So what else we got going on? There's some news from Pulse Chain from Richard, the Richard Hart case. I don't know if you guys have been following that, but back in July, the SEC filed a case against Richard Hart, misappropriating millions of dollars of investor funds for unregistered crypto asset security offerings that raised more than $1 billion, and that's for Pulse Chain. According to the SEC's complaint, Hart began marketing Hex in 2018, claiming it's the first high-yield blockchain certificate of deposit. Then it talks about Hart and Hex allegedly offered and sold Hex tokens in an unregistered offering, collecting more than 2.3 million ETH, including through so-called recycling transactions that enabled Hart to surreptitiously gain control of more Hex tokens. Hart orchestrated 2 additional unregistered crypto asset, yada yada. Basically talking about the sacrifice Pulse Chain and acclaimed crypto asset trading platform PulseX through the offerings of their native tokens. So this was the original case, July 31st. That was the big dump on Pulse Chain. Everyone remembers that. So it's kind of interesting. You can go over to Court Listener and actually read the docket. I know there's a lot of Pulsicans and Hexicans in here, so I'll pop this in the chat. But this is the actual SEC versus Richard Schuler, aka Richard Hart, court document. So you can see the official PDFs, the complaints, the cover sheets, the summons, and then today, out of nowhere, they added to it. That's interesting. This is not here last time I looked. Order. The court notes that summons was issued July 31st, 2023. Plaintiff is directed to file proof of service no later than November 21st, 2023. If defendants have not yet been served, plaintiff is directed to show good cause why service has not yet been effectuated. Ordered by Magistrate Judge Peggy Kuo. So that basically means they need to serve Richard Hart. And they're wondering why he hasn't. And it's because he's obviously not in the United States. Ways 26, make your moves. Hey. So, what I wanted to do real quick is just pop this whole thing in and ask ChatGPT about it. Because ChatGPT, as good as it is with coding, it's also really good with law. So, can you tell me what the update from November 16th means in context of the entire case and what implications it might have? So let's go ahead and see the update from November 16th in the context of the case is an order from Magistrate Judge Peggy Kuo. Here's a breakdown. The summons was issued on July 31st. This means that the date SEC is expected to serve the summons to the defendants. By this date, the court has not yet received proof that defendant has been served with a summons. The court's essentially saying, we issued a summons back in July, but we have no record that the defendants have been officially notified of the lawsuit. The SEC is directed to file proof of service by November 21st. This means they need to provide the court with evidence that the defendants have been served with the summons. That's hilarious. They can't prove that Richard Hart even knows this case exists. That Richard Hart was never summoned to court because he doesn't live in the United States. Just making Gary Gensler look like a bigger fucking idiot. How are they gonna give Richard Hart a summons when he doesn't live in the United States? If the defendants have not been served, the SEC must explain why. This is known as showing good cause. It's essentially the court asking, if you haven't served the defendant yet, why not? If the defendant has not yet served the summons or cannot show good reason for the delay, it could potentially lead to delays in the case. The order underscores the importance of due process, which includes ensuring that defendants are properly notified. So let's see here. I wonder if we can ask it. Oops. So let's ask ChatGPT. What if Richard Hart does not live in the United States? What happens to the case then? If Richard Hart, the defendant in the case brought by the SEC, does not live in the United States, it can complicate the process of serving him with a summons. Serving a summons to a defendant who resides outside of the United States is governed by international laws and treaties, such as the Hague Service Convention. Even if successfully served, there are questions of jurisdiction and the enforceability of the judgment rendered by the U.S. court. If Richard Hart does not have substantial contacts with the U.S., he might challenge the jurisdiction of the U.S. courts over him. Furthermore, enforcing the judgment in a foreign country depends on the laws of that country. What country was he in? Was he in Sweden? Didn't he like slip up and he's it was like Stockholm or something? Helsinki, Finland. Pretty sure he's in Helsinki, Finland. If Richard Hart, the defendant in the case, is indeed residing in Helsinki, Finland, the process of serving him with a summons and proceeding with the case involves specific international legal procedures. Since Finland is a signatory to the Hague Service Convention, the process of serving legal documents to the United States or from the United States must comply with the... So what does that mean? SEC would need to send the documents to Finland's central authority, which would then manage the process of serving the documents within the Finnish law. Translation requirements, time frame. International service of process can be time consuming. It can take several months. Well, the SEC has like 5 days, so they got till next Tuesday. He's in Kabul, Afghanistan. In summary, serving a summons to Richard Hart in Helsinki would involve navigating the procedures. Can they do it by next Tuesday? It typically takes longer than just a few days. It's highly unlikely they'd be able to complete this process by next Tuesday. So what does that mean? So what does that mean for the case against Richard Hart if he can't be served by next Tuesday because he's in Finland? Let's ask. Probably got to repaste this. So they need to show good cause. They could get an extension of time, potential impact on the case timeline, no immediate dismissal. So it's unlikely that it'd be dismissed outright due to the delay in service. So it's just going to drag the case out. So that's a big nothing burger. All that just to figure out nothing will happen. Just to figure out it'll take longer. That sucks. It is what it is. So if you guys noticed, I'm rocking the Zen Crypto Store hat. Shout out to Zen Crypto Store. Definitely go check them out. I thought this was pretty cool. Shout out to Crypto Bruh. Shout out to Aiden, Augmented, Fear the Wave. You can see us rocking our hats. I like how it's all like different. Like Crypto Bruh's got the flat brim. Augmented's got like the hipster looking hat. I have like the baseball hat, or like the, I don't even know. Stop snitching to Chat GPT. Hey. Yeah, they already know. GPT snitching to me. Oh shit, that's funny. What's up, Tech Ken? Welcome. Welcome, Dank. Welcome, Howler. So what do you guys think the secret project is? Howler, you don't even know. So Jack announced today that Zen holders are going to be... Teaser, we're launching something in a day or two on Ethereum. Free mint, no fees, no extra gas costs. Having any Zen assets in your wallet amplifies the mint. So you will have to mint, but having Zen amplifies it. So what does that mean? The trucker hat, they call it? Hey. It's a comfy hat. Yeah, this stuff's legit. I wouldn't lie. If it was bad quality, like the stuff that I had in my store, it wasn't the best quality. It's basically just screen printed dropship stuff. This one has like custom tags and comes in like fancy tissue paper, and the presentation and the packaging is nice, and it's solid quality. So launching something in a day or two on Ethereum, what is it gonna be? There will be a countdown and a name reveal with a schedule of mint amounts based on the Zen asset holdings. What if it's staked? Will work. That's good, because I have over 1 billion staked right now, so I'm happy that my staked Zen counts towards this amplifier.
You think too much.
That's for the DGNs and OGs.
Shout out to Simple Waters. Hit the wrong button there. Cap token with the simple yet powerful tokenomics. So this is exciting too. This is bullish. It's not something like Zen where, you know, when we're looking at the Zen charts every day, I say, hey, the Zen supply is fluctuating. It's going crazy. When a bunch of mints come out, the price is probably going to drop because people are going to put that Zen in the DEX and take the ETH out. Price will go down. So when it has a capped supply, something like DB Zen, that does lead to powerful tokenomics. So we'll see what this is. It could be XN. It could be the X1 network. And maybe this OKX thing finally pushed Jack over the limit to release the coin. We'll see. I'm also having a theory. Maybe it's the token factory. Could be the token factory. So perhaps to create a token in the token factory, you need this new form of Zen, and all the Zen holders get a discount, but the other Zen people don't get a discount. So the logo on the hat's opalescent. Hey. Sounds like having liquid Zen's better than staking. It's the same. I believe it's the same. I get some free stuff for my Zen blocks. Nah, for your Zen. I believe it's just Zen. So he said it's all Zen, all Zen team launched stuff. So that includes VMPX, that includes Zen, that includes ZenFTs. If you have any Apex ZenFTs. So this is either going to be the start of the countdown or the countdowns leading up to this. I'm not sure. So it's tonight at 1 a.m. I thought this was funny. Tomo says 7 a.m. my time. I'm like, what the hell? 7 ain't so bad. 1 a.m. here. Yeah, Trevon, 1 a.m. That's where I'm at, bro. So, but I got the reminder set. I'm going to try to stay up. We'll see. I got work in the morning. But I'm excited. I really want to know what it is. I'm curious if it's related to Zen blocks, if it's related to the OKX stuff. What's it going to be? That's the big question. Do minted ZenFTs count? I thought about that too. I was going to ask Jack, like, should I go buy up all the minted Zen NFTs on the floor? The ZenFTs? My wife says she'll be sleeping. I'll probably be sleeping too, to be honest. I'll be listening. I'm itching too, homie. Yeah, I feel it. What's it gonna be? I can't tell you guys. I know everything. No, I really don't. It seems if it's attached to your wallet address, then you get an allocation for the token. That's just my takeaway from the alpha. Burn records are accounted for, and you don't need to hold DBZen to get amplification. So that's another thing. That's super bullish, because I burned for DBZen, Phoenix, I burned for Zen Doge, did not burn for Zen Shiba. Burn for TG Zen. Burn for so much. That's right. So if you come over to zen.pub, you can actually see exactly how much you burned. And this is always like a kick in the dick. Like, oh, if I didn't burn, this $20 bag of DBZen would be worth how much? No, I'm just kidding. Do we need to add a new RPC? Maybe. You having issues? But if you come over to zen.pub, you click on tracker, Zen burn, you can actually see how much Zen you've burned on each chain. So shout out to Joseph for putting this together. This is pretty awesome. So you can see I burned $100 of Pulse Chain Zen, $500 on Ethereum, which I feel like that's more. I haven't even burned $1 billion. My goal was to burn $1 billion and then keep $1 billion. So maybe I need to burn another 200,000. 798 billion, that's... And all the other chains just minuscule. It's just like the little mints I get. $25 on Avalanche, $13 on Polygon. But I got into the side chains late. And then these are the chains I never participated in. Moonbeam, OKX, ETH-POW, and EVMOS. So overall, I burned $667 of my Zen to receive things like DBZen and Phoenix and Zen Doge, and I'm high, intrigued, and ready to rumble. Hell yeah, Dank, that's what's up. What are you smoking on? What you high on? What's your preferred method? Wonder if it's a hybrid test chain that uses this new Zen. Could be. I was thinking that too. I was thinking maybe the people over at OKX fucked up and released the announcement 2 days early. And Jack's like, oh fuck, we gotta backtrack. I'm gonna announce it tonight. And then it ends up being like the first part of Zen the X1 to OKX bridge. This is the first bridge, and then it's gonna, I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. Smoking on the dabs. Hell yeah. It's all speculation at this point. Just gotta wait a few hours. We'll see what's happening. What's up, Prairie Banana? Welcome. We're over here speculating on what the big announcement is. So I've had a couple theories. Also mentioned Nex. It could be the Nex token. Maybe he's sick of Roz and Team's shit. He's over DBZen. He's ready to launch his own version. Nah, I doubt it. Shout out to Roz. Shout out to DBZen. It's my favorite project in the Zen ecosystem, other than Zen, of course. I don't know, those Zen blocks kind of took my life away. All right, what's Cloutcock's poll? How many times do you have to get wrecked by rushing into a Jack Levin launch before you even... Bro, at least 25 times. At least. Oh, I didn't even see the glizzies. Can I go back? I want to pick the glizzies. That's funny. Just get Jack on here as a guest real quick to answer some questions. That'd be tight. That would be cool. So let's go see what else we got going on. I'm gonna check on the miner. I'm still holding on to my 17 cent an hour 240/70s. So this is extremely cheap. And I'm so happy I found it. I've been running this for 17 days straight. Basically getting like 30 blocks a day for 17 cents an hour. While I'm running my 1080 and my Radeon. But I meant to connect to this and show you guys last night. See how it's doing. I think I forgot though. So we'll pop in. Grab the address, we pop this in here, then we have to tell it to use our private key, so we type in the -I my key, and then it pulls up the got a Tmux attached to attach our session, and then here's the miner running away. So today we're getting, can't fucking read it. Let me change the background real quick. It's so ugly. But it's a little easier to read. So I've been running this one for 154 hours straight. I've mined 471 blocks and no super blocks. So I've gotten 174 regular blocks, 297 Zunis. You got my 2 cards, getting a hash rate of 3,750. Difficulties come up a little bit, so this hash rate's going down. I was getting like 4,000 yesterday, but I should probably also reboot the device. Just get checking. It'd be nuts if you could pull that off. Yeah, it would. That'd be some serious stuff if they did blast some early alpha. That would be crazy. Especially because they have that picture and the OKX logos in the background. It's all a psyop. They know. But so yeah, just mining away here. I got my cards at home running. You can always come over to hashhead.io, pop your address in, get your basic wallet counts. I still haven't cleaned this up. I really need to, but I'm barely clinging on to the top 100, sitting at rank 87. I'm up to 116,000 Zenium, 5,646 Zunis, and stuck at 20 super blocks. I've been stuck at 20 super blocks forever. Mining at 63 blocks per minute, which means the difficulty will have to come up. Yeah, we might move up a little bit there. But at the top of hashhead.io, you can click here to visit the new ZenBlocks Explorer dashboard. This is just a little Metabase database I'm running on my VPS. It's running the sync node, but instead of creating the SQLite file, it's uploading to a Postgres database. and then uses this little dashboard. So you can come over here, pop in your wallet address. It is a little slow because I'm broke, but just doing it for the fun of it. So every day I like to come over here, compare my counts to my wallet. So yeah, it matches right up. Got 11,644 blocks, which translates to 116,440 Xenium. Got 5,646 Zunis, and I still don't see my super blocks. Maybe I should re-add it. So if I come over to Hashhead, I can actually add the X-block token, but it says 0. I'm sad. But sync node does say I have 20 super blocks, so that's good. You can see I've got 43 blocks mined in the last 24 hours, 57 Zunis. And yeah, it's doing the thing. Have not had a super block since October 11th. So waiting on that next super block. Over in the network stats, we're up to 5.8 million regular blocks, 7.3 million Zunis, and we're creeping up on 7,500 supers. You can see the daily miner change, still hanging out between 610 and 650. So that's exciting to see. Our heavy miners cooled off, no longer getting over 4 blocks a minute, kind of down to 3.7. But still, that's insane. 5,000 blocks a day. I'm over here getting 40. This guy's getting 5,000. Where I rent the server from for the website? I have the Hashhead hosting is just a shitty little hosting package called Hobo Host. Shout out to Howler for putting me onto that. Hobo Host is extremely cheap. It's like $5 a year or something. And that's just for this page. It's just a basic web hosting package. But the Explorer, I'm actually running it on the Contabo VPS. I pay like $5 a month or $10 a month for or whatever. So this is the same. Here, I'll just connect to it real quick. So this is the same server that I use to run the Zen.game alerts, which it's insane that the round is over already. I also run I have my miner monitor. So this uses the Vast AI to monitor my GPU, and then it sends me an email if it drops under 90%. So that's how I keep my miner running. But on this Contabo VPS, it just basically runs this modified version of sync node, and then this is the server for the Metabase. So if you watch, when I come over here, this is kind of funny. This is how small my setup is. So this little web server, this green text right here, this is this. So if I click on something here, this is gonna go nuts because it's actually querying. You can see it like query live. So like if I type in zenblocks.eth, you can see it's just going crazy like that. I also have this set up to cache your searches. So the first couple times you do this, it might be extremely slow, but it should start to cache the queries and build up over time. So next time you come back, it will be a little faster. Have you compared to Linode or? No, for sure. I appreciate it. No, definitely. I should compare. I like Contabo just because it's extremely cheap. I'm not really. If I could pay more, I would definitely would. But I have not found one that beats Contabo prices. You know, $4.50 a month, $5.50 a month for 8 gigs of RAM and four cores. Like that's nice. 16 gigs and 6 cores for $12 a month. It's nothing. It has a snapshot, so if I fuck something up, I have used that a few times just to revert changes. So yeah, that's the Zenblock stuff happening, popping off. Yeah, I was looking at I was going crazy researching the VPSs when we were still CPU mining. So I swear I got like a list of everyone I could find, comparing prices, but I was really comparing the prices of the AMD EPYC cores. Choose your fighter. Jack, Jake, and Richard. Damn. That's pretty funny right there. Shout out to Richard. I trained in Richard's camp. How can you mint something on chain without paying a gas fee? Signature based. No, that's not. That's not what it is. The transaction's not free. It's just not. It's not added gas. It's not adding gas like VMPX. So when we minted VMPX, when you mint NFTs, there's functions in there called do work, and that's where the gas fee comes from. You still have to pay a gas fee for whatever we're gonna do. You still have to have the transaction to get it in your wallet, but there's not any added gas fees like the Zen or like VMPX. It's just gonna be straight gas fees. So if it's it'll only be a couple dollar transaction. It's not gonna be like an ETH, like a Zenturion or whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I want to see what it is. Don't really have much else to talk about. Let me check my notes here. Bitmap was absolutely blowing up today. That was pretty cool to see. The floor price touched 70 yesterday. So that's fun. Got a bunch of bitmaps. I unlisted a couple. I also added my my prized bitmap, 1501.bitmap, to my Twitter. If you guys don't, come over to Tree City West on Twitter. Give me a follow. Maybe retweet the stream. We're streaming live right now. Shout out to the people watching on Twitter, on Twitch TV, on Kick. But the big families over on YouTube. Shout out to you guys. Gasless transactions are signature mints, no added gas fee within the contract like a user fee. Yeah, but Ethereum's not meant like that though, or it's not built like that. Like you can sign a transaction, but if you're gonna end up with something in your wallet, you have to make the entry into the database, and that's where the gas comes from. Think about it this way, you can go to the store and tell the cashier like, "Hey, I'm here." That's what signing a transaction is. You walk in the store and you say, "Hey, I'm here." But if you want to walk out of the store with a coin or a token or an NFT, you have to make a transaction, and you're gonna have to pay the tax, which is the gas fee. But they're not doing any added gas fees this time. It's just going to be whatever the gas fee is. There are blockchains with gasless transactions though. But Ethereum is definitely not one of them. I use Hobo hosting, but I don't know if I'd recommend it. Yeah, same. Yeah, Hobo host is cheap. It works. I want to know, does it have, my first question, does it have anything to do with X1? Does it have anything to do with Zen blocks? And from there, I'll make my decision. But on that note, it's been a fun stream. Been going for over an hour now. A lot of speculation. I'm gonna try to stay up for the stream, or for the space. So over on Jack's Twitter account, he has Fight the Mediocrity with Zen tomorrow at 1 a.m. So the reminder set there. I think that's going to be the big announcement. It'll probably be the start of some countdown, and he'll probably explain what's happening there. So that's exciting. But yeah, probably hop in some Twitter spaces later. We'll be hanging out, kicking it. If you guys need anything, hit me up on Twitter. I'll be in the Telegram, ZenBlock's Telegram. If you want to support the movement, support the hash heads, you can come over, become a member of the chat. Every weekend we do private streams with the members. I do a non-Zen stream, and I talk about other projects and portfolio moves that I like. You can always sign up to be a member. It's 99 cents for a Tree City supporter, and then it's $4.99 to be a hash head. Hash head membership also includes the Zen.game email alerts and the Ethereum gas email alerts. So if gas gets low on Ethereum, get an email and you know to go mint some Zen. You can also head over to hashhead.io if you use the utilities, if you use the Explorer, the wallet checker, or you just want to support us in general. Come over to Buy Me a Coffee. Really appreciate everything. Shout out to the 26 supporters. Shout out to the 27 watchers in the chat. You guys are the best. Hope you have a good Friday. Make it a good weekend. And stay Zen. You guys have a good evening. Peace.